Hi everybody, how yous all doing? Yous keeping okay? I hope yous are keeping nice and warm because it is very very cold, and we actually got a drop of snow yesterday here in our wee corner of the world. It didn't like lay or stay or whatever the word is, but like it was very very light snow anyway, and it is very 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 cold outside, so you can tell there's gonna be a drop of snow. Like, I think it might have been a light drop of snow today, but yeah, foundery outside, like it's Baltic, as we say here. Anyway, it's gonna be a short video today, folks, because I don't have a lot done, but I would say, you know, my finished project's quite big. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad it's finished. So I thought, you know, sorry, my eyes itchy. Just thought, you know, have a wee chit chat and whatnot. You know, see how yous are all doing. Hope yous are keeping warm and doing well. So, I would have had more to show yous. Do you know what I mean? Because like, well, Barry got me a skinny yarn. I picked it and he got me it, but obviously I have to give him the money back. Like, but I thought it would have arrived today, to be honest with you, but it didn't. So, knowing my luck, it'll more than likely come like next week. So my next video there'll be quite a good bit of yarn to show you, because of that skinny yarn coming, and two lovely ladies granted my yarn wish, and one of them is on their way, so that might hopefully come next week. And there's some yarn I'm keeping an eye on the website, so yeah, in the next episode there'll be quite a bit of yarn. I did manage to purchase one like last week or the week before, and I have it here, so obviously I can show you that. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop waffling on and show you what I've finished. So I am so glad this project's finished. I finished my second Duchess of Devonshire shawl. I didn't measure whenever it was blocked because I forgot to bring a measuring tape up. So all I can say is that the length of cables I used to knit it was 3 meters. So I don't know the length of the finished thing, but it is huge. I think the time it was pinned down and blocked, what was it? I think we used like 4.5 play mats, and the play mats that I bought are like really big, so like you can imagine the, like, you know, the width. So I'll show you in bits of it, and then I'm gonna pop photos in. Right, that's the end of it. Now obviously this is like reflecting on my screen, so I don't know if it's all in, but it is huge. Let me see, is it all in? That's the end of it. So show you up close. It's beautiful, all the lace work, right? This border was a nightmare. Hold on, I'll stand up and show you. See all the lace work. So I'll try and move this back a bit. Oop. I'll try and wrap this around me. So I have wee short arms, but yeah, so I can like wrap it around myself. It's not perfect, but you get the drift. Obviously it's not around my back perfect, like, but let's get the idea. It's lovely and soft, so it is. I think I only used about 20 grams of the last green skein. So I'll pop a few photos in here to show you it, you know, all opened up and whatnot. Anyway, the only current project I'm working on is a pair of socks, and it's in my Twisted Lemon bag I got for Christmas. So I did from my sister. So I am making her, well, the pattern's Blueberry Waffle socks by, I think it's Sandy Turner. It's a free pattern. So it's basically a 4-row repeat. But believe me, it is so easy to make a mistake. These socks have been a pain in the bum. But yeah, it is so easy to make a mistake. It really is. I've been showing the progress a bit on Instagram. So I have, so some of you might know what it looks like. So I decided I'm going to knit them both. So, you know, both socks. So I cast the cuff on for the first sock. Then I cast the cuff on for the second sock. Then I knit one leg. Then I knit the other leg. And then the heels and so forth. I finished the foot for the first sock last night. You know, the first sock, okay, no mistakes. When I got to the leg of the second sock, I got like, was it half an inch or, you know, a wee bit away from doing the heel, and somebody pointed out a mistake. I'm not going to say who, but they pointed out a mistake that was like halfway up the sock. So, you know, I could have ignored it, but, you know, it was like OCD, you know, it had to be perfect. Well, not perfect, but, you know, you could see clearly, you know, there was a mistake. So, like, I ripped it all out, and I had to knit it all again, and it was like, But I'm glad when I fixed it, got the heels done, and then I was half an inch away, was it half an inch away from finishing the first foot, and the same person pointed out there was 2 mistakes in the foot. Was it 1 or 2 mistakes? And I was like, are you kidding me? So I obviously wasn't paying attention, and I had to rip back like 5 or 6 repeats yesterday, and that was just so frustrating because it was like, why can't these socks just go without, like, what's that word? Why can't they just go straight forward and whatnot? So anyway, I'll stop waffling on, pardon the pun. So this is the first sock. Now, you might not be able to see it because it is dark. There we go, do you see it? Now obviously the bottom of it's flat, so. I'm pretty pleased with the colour. It actually looks like blueberries. That's the first sock. And it's really cool because they do look like blueberries, because like blueberries are obviously blue, but when you squish them up they're purple because of the juice and whatnot. So it looks like blueberries and then some squished blueberries. So I'm really pleased with them, and I only use I've used yarn in my stash, so I didn't want to buy any more. Like, I say I didn't want to buy any more yarn, but then I've went and bought more yarn, so. But anyway, for the socks I chose this cardamom green colour, and it's to represent the leaves, you know, the way blueberries, do they grow on a bush or a tree? I can't remember, I forget, but the green represents the place they grow. So I'll show you the second sock and then I'll tell you the yarn I'm using. So this is the second sock. These aren't going to be able to see that unless I hold it up. And that's the back of it. So I've really just started the foot. The yarn for the sock itself is Patton's Croy socks, and the range is FX because they've got stripes and they've got jacquards and whatnot. So the colour is 57330 Celestial Colours. Go. So, oh, there's the Irish, well, the Irish socks I knitted. Now you're probably not going to see that. That's the yarn that I used for the Irish socks. So I've still got a good bit to go. I didn't weigh how much I had left from the first sock, but it really wasn't much. So it wasn't so I had that much left. So I might get a couple of mini skeins out of it, and I'll keep one for myself and one to go in the bag of mini skeins for future swaps. The yarn I'm using for the heels and toes is West Yorkshire Spinner's Signature 4-ply, and the colour is 351 and it's cardamom. I absolutely love this yarn, it's so good. So, yeah, they're both 75/25 wool and nylon. What I'm going to do is, I learnt this off a lady on YouTube, I forget her name, but she's like a knitting teacher, and she shows you how to make, is it a raglan sweater, and she has like, excuse me, she has like sheets, you know, you write down like your gauge and measurements and what yarn you're using and whatnot. So I remember her saying that, you know, you should always keep a list of your gauge for the different yarns you've used, because it's handy to go back to it. So, you know, what I've been doing is, if I, you know, the past few pairs of socks I've been making, I've been writing down the gauge, the needle size I used, and the yarn I used, and who the person that the socks were for. So, you know, I've write a few measurements, you know, like in a notebook, but what I'm thinking of doing is getting a book and making, you know, calling it the Book of Gauges, you know, so like, I'm gonna put, it's gonna be like a file, because obviously, you know, future gauge swatches you'll be doing, or I'll be doing, you know, you'll want to keep adding pages in with that person that it's for. So, you know, you'll need like a ring binder just to, you know, open it up, put the page in, whatnot. So I'm thinking of doing that because, you know, with garments and socks and all, you do need to have a good, well, not good, but you need to know what gauge you have. So like, all the Patton's Croy yarn I've used in the past 2 pairs of socks I've made, I know the gauge on the needle size, so that, you know, if I go to make myself a pair of Patton's Croy socks, I'll know what gauge I have, so I know how to work out the stitches. So, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. So I'm gonna make myself a book and put all the gauges in it, so it'll be really handy. I decided I would like to make another blanket, so I don't know what the blanket will be for, but I'm going to use the yarn my lovely friend Grace sent me. Hi Grace! She sent me 2 balls of this, was it last year? Might have been last year, or maybe not that Christmas, the one before it. She sent me 2 balls of Yarn Bee First Love, and the colourway is Green with Envy. Colourway number's 508. So she sent me 2 balls of this. So I'm going to make a blanket out of this. So I love the ball band, it's so cool. All hearts. It is bop bop bop. If we can find the info. Can't find the info. Oh, here we are. It's 100% polyester. Recommended needle size is a US size 10.5, UK size 3, which is a 6.5mm, and it's a number 5 bulky. You get 143 yards or 131 meters for the 100-gram ball. So I have 2 balls, so I'm going to see how much I get so far with this. I don't know whether to make 2 smaller blankets, you know, for like, I don't know if I can donate blankets up at the hospital. I'll probably phone the hospital and see if I can. If I'm allowed to donate blankets, then I'll make 2 smaller blankets. If not, I'll just make 1 large blanket and I will put it in a tub for like donations for something. So the wee dress that I've picked the pattern. I have the measurements. I've knit a gauge. It pretty much matches it apart from 1 row, but or is it 2 rows? It's probably 2 rows, but 2 rows isn't going to do much. So the yarn I'm going to use for the dress is Signet. Yeah, it is Signet. Signet Fairy Isle DK. And there's a wee photo of it knitted up. Colourway is 3096 and it's Burberry. So it's like all like Eastery, springy kind of colours. What I thought was, so maybe it would look better if with a solid colour top half of the dress and then use that pattern kind of bit for the bottom half of the dress. So I thought, you know, yeah, that would look better because I was remembering what the swatch looked like, and it is very, you know, like, is it busy they call the type of yarn? I was going to say pattern. You know, the colours are like all over the place, so I think it would look better, you know, solid to the top half of the dress and pattern for the bottom half of the dress. So, you know, I was going through, you know, what solid yarn I should get. So I looked at the content of the yarn, which is 50% acrylic. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, here's here. It's 50% nylon, 50% premium acrylic, right? So it's soft. So what I did was I went on to Ravelry. And I went on to every single yarn there is on the Ravelry database, and I chose all the yarns that have the same percentage and content of that yarn, so 50% nylon, 50% acrylic, and a whole bunch of yarns came up with the same content, and I chose solid colours, and basically it all narrowed down to this yarn range, and luckily it is in the UK, but I managed to find it cheaper on eBay. So the yarn I got was Rico Baby Classic DK, and it's a 50-gram donut shape, and you get 165 meters. I was going to say percent there. The colourway is I looked at the bunch of colours. I think it was on Wool Warehouse. They're love knitting, and I got like a photo collage app, and I put the solid colours with what that yarn looks like knitted up, and I chose the one that looked the best with it, and it was between this colour and like a dusky, is it dusky or dusty? I think it might be dusty blue, and then there was a pink. So in the end I chose this one, and the colour's 020 Ecru. So It's a nice like beigey kind of colour. So that'll be the top half of the dress and that'll be the skirt. So I think it'll look okay. I hope it looks okay. I went and bought 4 balls of this, so if it only uses like 2 balls for the skirt, I might buy another one of those and then another dress and then use it for a donation. I don't know, or maybe I'll use it for a soft toy or something, but that's the dress. I think it's a 4mm needle I'll be using. Sorry about that, folks. I'm gonna wrap this video up because I don't have much memory left, so I want to say thank you very much to all my new subscribers. It means a lot, and thank you for all your lovely comments. I think I've replied to everybody in my last video, so yeah, hopefully in my next video I'll have loads of new yarn to show you, and hopefully I will have a finished pair of socks, and hopefully, I know it's a lot of hopefullys, but hopefully I will have my hat started and whatnot. So I hope you keep really warm because apparently there's a lot of snow in the States and whatnot, and I want to give a wee shout out to my friend Rose in New Zealand. So hi Rose, I'm sending loads of hugs because I know you're poorly at the minute. I'm thinking of you, so I am sending loads of love. I hope you are keeping well. Feel free to add me on Instagram. Details are in the thing and Ravelry and whatnot. So I shall hopefully see you all soon. So have a great day, folks, and keep crafting. So bye everybody.